pinalakas na pagbabalita, komentaryong walang mintis, iba't ibang entertainment. Radyo natin to! Radyo natin to!
China Coast Guard used water cannon on resupply boat, according to AFP. DOH cautions public versus rabies and other common health issues during the summer. The Philippines to get around 1 million doses of pertussis vaccine in June, according to DOH. HIV cases in the Philippines may hit 500,000 in 6 years, still according to the DOH. 60,000 joined the ALG walk versus drugs in Pasay. News overseas, no Filipinos affected in Russia gun attack, according to the DFA. And stricter policies eye to prevent another Chocolate Hills resort. This and more on Newsline Weekend. Good evening, I'm Raymond Kaibigan. Newsline Weekend begins right now. And for those of you watching on Facebook and on YouTube, glad you could join us. Topping the weekend news, China Coast Guard used water cannon on resupply boat, according to the AFP. Chinese vessels again used water cannon against a civilian vessel chartered to resupply Philippine troops on the BRP Sierra Madre, a commissioned Philippine Navy ship on Ayungin Shoal in the West Philippine Sea, the Armed Forces of the Philippines said on social media today, Saturday. In a post on X that included videos of the incident, the AFP said the China Coast Guard directed the water cannon at the Onaiza May 4, a ship that had previously been damaged by water cannon while on the same mission early Saturday morning. Before the water cannon incident, the AFP said China Coast Guard vessel BN 21551 had used dangerous maneuvers against the civilian resupply boat, including crossing its bow and a reverse blocking maneuver causing near collision. In a statement later this afternoon, the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea said the water cannon caused severe damage to the civilian supply boat and injuries to Filipinos on board. It added that the vessel have once again placed at risk, caused severe damage to property, and caused physical harm to Filipinos on Onaiza May 4. It added the actions of the China Coast Guard belie China's hollow claims to peace, dialogue, and adherence to international law. The AFP, in a statement earlier Saturday, stressed that the Onaiza May 4 was on a routine operation aimed at sustaining a rotating military personnel at Ayungin Shoal. The mission was meant to maintain a full complement on the BRP Sierra Madre after one of the personnel on board had to be evacuated for medical treatment. Personnel are being rotated in to ensure that BRP Sierra Madre mission posture remains uncompromised, the AFP said. The operation, they added, will establish the armed forces presence in the continued protection of Philippine sovereign rights in its exclusive economic zone. Earlier this month, 4 crew on board Onaiza May 4 were injured when 2 China Coast Guard ships simultaneously fired water cannon at it, shattering the windshield. The Philippines also said the China Coast Guard caused 2 collisions during that incident. We cannot view this in any way but in the most serious way, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said of the incident. The Philippines stands by a 2016 Hague ruling that found that China's sweeping nine-dash line claim over a large part of the South China Sea has no basis in international law. The West Philippine Sea is the part of the South China Sea within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone and continental shelf. China in turn accused the Philippine ships of illegally intruding into what it says is its sovereign waters. It also accused the Philippine vessel of internationally ramming its own. The US, the Philippines' treaty ally, the United Kingdom, the European Union, and other security partners have called out previous attempts by Chinese vessels to impede Philippine boats in the West Philippines with aggressive maneuvers and water cannon. Meanwhile, the Department of Health cautions public versus rabies and other common health issues during the summer. The Department of Health today, Saturday, reminded the public to take extra precaution against prevalent health issues during summer, including rabies infection that may be fatal if not treated immediately. Being bitten by dogs possibly infected with rabies is among the most common health issues during summer, aside from sunburn, sore eyes, cough and colds, gastrointestinal issues, and skin diseases, said Dr. Eric Tayag, spokesperson of the DOH. Nasa 84 na ang namatay sa rabies this year compared sa same period na 82, Tayag told reporters in a news forum. Ang rabies ay gumagapang ng 1 inch per day hanggang sa makapunta sa utak basta malapit sa utak yung kagat. Mabilis gumagapang yung virus, he said, when asked about the virus usually transmitted through bites or scratches from infected animals like dogs and cats. After months or years, magkakaroon kayo ng hydrophobia. Natatakot kayo sa tubig. Nakakakilala kayo, tapos mamaya hindi nyo na nakikilala. Minsan kailangan namin kayong itali kasi nagiging violent, he said. Those who may be bitten or scratched by infected animals should immediately clean their wounds and go straight to hospital to get an anti-rabies vaccine, the DOH official said. Tayag also reminded pet owners to have their dogs and cats vaccinated against the virus and use leashes when going for a walk. Meanwhile, the Philippines to get around 1 million doses of pertussis vaccines in June, according to the Department of Health. The Department of Health said that around 1 million doses of pertussis vaccines is expected to arrive in June, about 3 months after the Philippines' most populous city declared an outbreak of the disease, also known as the whooping cough. The national government is expected to acquire between 800,000 and 1 million doses in the coming months, said the DOH spokesperson, Dr. Eric Tayag. Wala kaming percent, subalit ang nasa inventory namin ay nakapagbigay ang DOH sa Quezon City ng 1,500 doses at ito ay magagamit nila at habang hinihintay yung supply na baka sa June pa dumating, he said in a press conference. Yung binibigay naming bakuna ay hindi naman single dose pero multi-dose yun, he also said. Tayag admitted that the 1 million doses arriving in June are not enough, as the country needs between 1.9 million and 2.1 million doses of pertussis vaccine annually to ensure that all newborn babies in the country receive the preventive jab. Among the reasons that led to the spike of 2024 is the lack of vaccines and the low vaccination rate in the country, the DOH spokesperson said. Public vaccination rate in the country also dropped to 65% in 2018 after reports of deaths allegedly due to the government-backed dengue vaccine, he said. As of March 9, the Philippines logged 167 confirmed cases of pertussis, most of which are in Metro Manila, Calabarzon, and Central Visayas, according to data from the DOH. At least 35 pertussis patients have died, while the government continues to test more suspected cases of the disease, the DOH official said. Quezon City had earlier declared a pertussis outbreak after the city listed 23 whooping coughs cases from January to March 20, including 4 pertussis-related deaths of infants below 60 days old. Iloilo City is also mulling to declare pertussis outbreak after it confirmed at least 10 cases this year. Under the Republic Act 11332, or the Law on Reporting of Communicable Diseases, officials may declare an outbreak if there is an occurrence of more cases of disease than normally expected within a specific place or group of people over a given period of time. While the government is still waiting for the arrival of pertussis vaccines, the DOH has been distributing antibiotics in health centers to address the symptoms of the whooping cough, Tayag added. Still on health news, HIV cases in the Philippines may hit 500,000 in 6 years, the DOH reported. The Philippines expects its human immunodeficiency virus or HIV case to reach the 500,000 mark in 6 years, the Department of Health said. The Philippines has been logging around 50 new HIV cases a day, while the current number of HIV-positive individuals has reached 185, said Dr. Eric Tayag, spokesperson. Sa ilang taon pa, baka umabot tayo ng kalahating milyon. Yan po ay estimate na mga 6 na taon pa, he said in a news forum in Quezon City. Tayag attributed the high number to the rise of social media and the public's hesitance to get tested for HIV, noting that the Philippines only has a 40% test rate for the said virus. While majority of the HIV cases in the Philippines still belong to the 25 to 34-year-old age group, cases among those between 15 and 24 years old are also increasing, Tayag said. Isa din sa mga minomonitor natin ay yung OFWs, he said. Minomonitor natin ang mga buntis dahil gusto nating malaman na baka si baby din ay ma-infect. Isa pa dyan yung nagtuturok ng pinagbabawal na gamot o painkiller sapagkat nakukuha din sa infected na karayom, he added. The DOH also has been launching information campaigns to encourage the public to visit their testing and treatment hubs to stem the spread of HIV. HIV attacks the white blood cells, weakening the immune system of those infected with the virus. If left untreated, HIV may develop in the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS. The World Health Organization noted that HIV is spread from the body fluids of an infected person, including blood, breast milk, semen, and vaginal fluids. While it may be transmitted from a mother to her fetus, it is not spread by kisses, hugs, or sharing food, the World Health Organization added. Coming up next on Newsline Weekend. 60,000 people joined the ALG Walk versus Drugs in Pasay. No Filipinos affected in Russia gun attack, according to the DFA. And stricter policies eyed to prevent another Chocolate Hills resort. More news coming your way when Newsline Weekend returns. We will be right back after the break. Keep it here on Radyo Natin To.
Siya, hapon na mukhang fresh ka pa rin. Ay, baho lang ng anit.
Mabahong anit? Mag-new Head and Shoulders every day. Para kahit malapit, fresh ang anit.
Siya, fresh ka na sa hapon lang o sa malapitan.
New Head and Shoulders for 100% dander-free hair. No visible flakes with regular use.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa!
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain away formula. Tanggal ang hapit, madikit, at manipis na yung pansya. Kaya easy ang narada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon. All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS. Guiding everyone. Iwan ang distraction. Magic ang guideline. Pag-focus sa mong mag-proud. Sarap ng sama-samang lisanyo. Dala ng Coca-Cola. Tawanan at kwento. Walang maiiwan. Sa bonding. Buhos lang ng puso. Coca-Cola at Johnny. Guiding everyone. Every day sa bahay daming activities. Kaya breakfast pa lang, give them champion energy. Milo breakfast every day, Milo breakfast every day. Start your day with a balanced diet, healthy lifestyle, and an energized, nutritious breakfast with Milo. My winning combination of milk, champion energy nutrients, at chocolate sarap. Milo breakfast every day, Milo breakfast every day. Healthy jam, start your day, Milo every day.
Isa, dalawa, tatlo.
Sinong mananalo?
4, 5, 6.
I-fix na natin.
Vicks Vaporub. Bibigay ginhawa mula sa 6 na sintomas ng sipon.
Pinapakiramdam.
Vicks VapoRub is available in Pure Gold stores nationwide. Visit your nearest branch now.
I-fix na natin. Mabuti ng pakiramdam.
You're still tuned into Radyo Natin to Newsline Weekend. I'm Raymond Kaibigan. $60,000 people joined the ILG Walk versus Drugs in Pasay. Around 60,000 people from the youth, law enforcement, and non-government organization sectors on Saturday joined the Interior Department in its Lakad Kontra Droga, Bida Tayong Lahat, to show the community's commitment to the campaign against illegal drugs. The event, which celebrates the first anniversary of the Bida campaign, is started at 3 points in the city: the Aliw Theater in Cuneta Astrodome and the SMDC Festival grounds around 4 a.m. Participants then walked and converged at the SM Mall of Asia Arena concert grounds for the program proper. Hazel May Sawit, a Sangguniang Kabataan counselor in Barangay 646 in San Miguel, Manila, said she was excited to join the activity. Sawit stressed that as an elected SK official, she has the responsibility to spread awareness about combating the use of illegal drugs. Very overwhelming siya kasi ang dami pala talagang tao. Nag-prepare talaga kami kaya maaga kami na nagising, Sawit said. In an interview with the media, Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos said the government is trying to win the fight against illegal drugs by identifying which places need more attention. Makikita natin ang suporta laban sa droga ng iba't ibang sektor. Talagang overwhelming ang sentimiento laban sa droga, said Abalos. Data shared by Abalos showed that from November 2022 until November 2023, there were 75,831 drug operations that led to the arrest of 95,690 drug personalities. Around 21 billion pesos worth of illegal drugs were confiscated in those operations, he also said. The Interior Chief added that the cases were filed against 177 police personnel for alleged involvement in illegal drugs as part of house cleaning at the Philippine National Police. A total of 1,240 anti-drug abuse councils nationwide are functional, he also added. Community-based drug rehabilitations are available in more than 1,500 local government units, Abalos also said. Dahil lahat ito nagdulot ng 8.5% decrease in the number of index crime in the Philippines, one thing is certain, tuloy-tuloy itong laban sa droga sa hanay ng kapulisan, PIDEA, NBI, at of course, sa iba't ibang ahensya, he added. Among those who also participated in the event were former Senator Manny Pacquiao, San Juan Mayor Francis Zamora, MMDA Chairman Romando Artes, and Malabon Mayor Jenny Sandoval. Zamora said participating in the event was important to show their support for the government's campaign. San Juan is the only city in Metro Manila, he said, that is drug cleared. Naniniwala ako sa programang ito sapagkat nakikita namin paano ito gumagana sa San Juan. Kung ito ay gumagana sa San Juan, pwede rin nating gawin sa iba't ibang parte ng bansa, the mayor said. The video program launched in the late November 2022 aims to clamp down on drug use through communities. The LG also has so far partnered with the Philippine Basketball Association, Philippine Volleyball League, and the University Athletic Association of the Philippines to further the cause. News overseas. No Filipinos affected in Russia gun attack, according to the Department of Foreign Affairs. No Filipinos were affected in the mass shooting at a concert hall in Russia, the Department of Foreign Affairs said today, Saturday. The Philippine Embassy in Moscow reported that there are no Filipinos affected in the attack and has advised the Filipino community in Moscow to undertake the necessary precautions following the attack. DFA spokesperson Teresita Daza said. The DFA also condemned the incident. A group of up to 5 gunmen attacked the Crocus City Hall in Moscow with at least 60 dead and 100 injured in the terrorist attack. The Islamic State group has claimed the responsibility for the attack. The Philippines strongly condemns the heinous attack at the Crocus Hall in Moscow on the 22nd day of March 2024, which resulted in the loss of innocent lives, caused injuries to several people, said significantly damaged properties, the DFA said. We extend our deepest condolences to the bereaved families and wish the injured people speedy recovery. And back here at home, stricter policies eyed to prevent another Chocolate Hills resort. The government has vowed to identify and address gaps in policies and practices to prevent future cases similar to the controversial resort built at the foot of Chocolate Hills in Sagbayan, Bohol. The Captain's Resort built inside a protected area created an uproar when a video promoting the tourist spot went viral on the social media platforms, prompting concerned agencies to order its closure. A Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Department of Tourism, and Department of Interior and local government are coordinating to enhance regulation and monitoring to avoid a repeat of such case. Achieving this starts with identifying the gaps in historical policies and practices and developing a comprehensive and balanced approach at both national and local levels of government, the agencies said in a joint statement released on Friday. This includes strengthening regulations and monitoring mechanisms, rationalizing land use classification, and enforcing evidence-informed environmental protection according to global environmental standards, while also considering the community's needs for livelihood and employment. The statement was jointly released by DENR Secretary Maria Antonia Yulo Loizaga, DOT Secretary Cristiana Frasco, and DILG Secretary Benhur Abalos. The concerned agencies also said that full compliance of permits and the necessary documentation will be required from business owners planning to set up establishments in said area. In the case of the Captain's Peak Resort, it was able to operate despite the lack of an Environment Compliance Certificate, or ECC. The Protected Area Management Board resolution allowing development in a protected area does not omit the necessity of obtaining an Environmental Compliance Certificate, or ECC, as this is required by law, said the agencies. They also plan to balance and streamline the representation of bodies governing such establishments. This would include representatives of the relevant national government agencies, scientific experts, expert practitioners, tourism planning officers, and academe and non-government organizations who actively promote sustainable practices, community engagement, and alignment of tourism development with environmental goals, said the agencies. A quick roundup of tonight's headlines. China Coast Guard used water cannon on resupply boat, according to AFP. DOH cautions public versus rabies and other common health issues during summer. The Philippines to get around 1 million doses of pertussis vaccines in June, according to the DOH. HIV cases in the Philippines may hit 500,000 in 6 years, still according to the Department of Health. 60,000 people joined the ALG Walk versus Drugs in Pasay. The DFA reported no Filipinos affected in Russia-Ghana attack. And the stricter policies eyed to prevent another Chocolate Hills resort. And those are the stories making headlines tonight, March 23, 2024. For Newsline Weekend, I'm Raymond Kaibigan. Keep it here on Radyo Natin to 103.5 News FM. Good evening.
Mas pinalakas na pagbabalita, komentaryong walang mintis, iba't ibang entertainment. Radyo natin to!